everybody, welcome back to the LoFi podcast. You're listening to the best podcast on the internet.
It's true.
Because it's got Caleb.
It's got me.
We got Heidi.
Hey, Heidi.
We got Rick.
Woo!
And it's got me, your host, Frank. Where we're going to be talking about Endgame today.
Avengers
Endgame. You know, I got fucking told the other day, my kid was, because I was like, Infinity War 2. He's like, no. It's like, it's Endgame. I was like, what? Isn't it Infinity War 2 : Endgame? He's like, nah, look it up. I felt stupid because it was just Endgame.
Because you are stupid.
Stupid. I got told by a 10-year-old. So, man, 10 years, right? Just to get to this moment. It's been forever.
So,
yeah, it's been 10 years.
Technically 11.
What? Oh, yeah, right. It's been 11.
Yeah.
Because,
Iron Man came out in 2008.
Yeah, 2008. That's right.
That's crazy.
11 years.
22 movies.
22 movies.
That's insane.
It's been a long time coming,
the
man.
ones that are not canon.
Which ones aren't canon?
I mean, all the X-Men, all the...
Well,
well.
MCU.
Yeah, we're talking MCU here.
Same.
Rick?
MCU,
No one's talking about
22
X-Men.
Same, man.
No
Marvel,
one's
man.
get that Dark
All
Phoenix
right.
stuff
All
out of
right.
here,
Yeah,
bro.
Dark
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Fuck
That
the
comes out this
movie.
month.
Are we gonna
I want to
impressions
trash
of
that
Dark
movie
Phoenix?
so bad.
I don't want to watch it,
I don't even wanna
man.
watch
I don't
it.
even want to watch it.
I don't want to either,
It's
but
gonna be terrible.
we have to for the
trash
people.
Together,
For the
you see
people.
movie.
You gotta
Yeah.
watch it.
For
I
you
just-
guys, I will watch it.
We will spend money on a shit
You
movie
guys.
for you guys. It's gonna be terrible.
I'm not excited.
But yeah, 11 years, man, to get here. 11 years later on an idea that started a long time ago with Iron Man 1. It's been a long time coming, and I feel like it's, at least in this iteration, it was we got kind of what everyone wanted, right? It was good all in all. I mean, just all around feels. What do you guys think, man?
Of
like
Endgame?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of Endgame.
Okay.
I liked it, yeah. Are we doing our alreadys?
No, just your overall feelings. If you're gonna convince someone to watch it, what would you tell them?
Fucking go watch it.
Watch it.
Go
Alright.
fucking watch it.
You probably don't have to
It's
convince
great.
anyone.
It's great. I
know.
don't.
Probably not.
Go
You don't
fucking watch
feel
it.
the
It's
3 hours.
fucking Endgame. You
It's
don't.
the best.
Yeah,
saw
I think
it
that was the
twice.
important part of it. Is that like I thought I was gonna have to go pee, and I
wanted more.
kind of did towards the end. But dude, we made it 3 hours, and I did not have to leave that fucking movie.
Nice.
It was pretty good. Yeah. But all right, man.
We'll edit that.
You're just going to ask
No,
him?
edit
You're
that
not going to
out.
ask Heidi or myself?
No one said anything. I talked.
It was
He
great.
said-
What'd
he
you
said-
think?
He said it was
great.
great.
All right.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Heidi?
Yeah, it was good. I really liked it. I thought Infinity Wars was great, and this was just a follow-up great conclusion to all of it.
Cool.
I completely agree. I really enjoyed the conclusion a lot. I liked
Really,
it
I could
a
not
lot.
have surmised that from your enthusiasm.
I just had so much fun.
Yeah, that's good, man. It's
good, man.
I'm glad you had fun, Caleb.
It was
really
great.
good.
Did you get the popcorn?
I got the
with
tin
characters
can
on
with the
them?
character with the little
did you
straw
get
on
the
it.
drink?
I got the cap one because
Yeah.
the cap's my favorite.
Did you sneak in any snacks?
No, I don't really do that.
Oh, wow.
Nah, I mean, not dissing anyone who does, but I just don't do that.
Yeah.
I like my popcorn and my soda. I'm a simple guy.
I know a guy who like sneaks in like burgers and tacos and shit.
That's my dad.
Aluminum foil.
Yeah, yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
Aluminum foil just
When he was
smells
on
up the
keto, he had lettuce wraps.
lettuce wraps in the fucking theater.
All
Wow.
crunchy and shit.
You were saying like he doesn't even wait for the
Yeah.
lights to go down to
No,
do it.
no, no shame.
No.
That's so
He has to
funny.
I
set
don't
up
like going to
his...
the movies with my brother. I haven't gone with him
It's so
in
fun.
so long.
He
Yeah.
loves to
'Cause he
talk.
embarrasses
And...
the
Oh,
shit.
God. Does he do reactions? And
Oh,
get
yeah.
live
Yeah,
takes?
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
always doing the fucking. He's always moving,
Yeah.
and he doesn't fucking stop talking, and
Oh,
he's
no.
just like,
God.
stop.
But he
Try
cried.
to watch.
He cried the first 10 minutes of the movie, though. I love that.
Oh God! Well, we'll segue into it then. Now that we're talking about it, if y'all haven't seen Endgame,
Pause it.
spoiler warning.
Go watch it and come back.
Is that a thing we're doing? All right.
This is what we always say.
And so we'll go into the cold open, man. We got Hawkeye and his family. First thing you see, which immediately I already knew. I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
we all
man.
knew it was happening.
We knew it was gonna happen,
going
and it was
down.
the first thing I did. Immediately like, oh no, like my heart
Dude,
sank because
I
I knew it
felt
was
it,
gonna
man.
happen.
Yeah, I
man.
still
Yeah.
felt it. Even
I
though
felt
I
it,
knew
dude.
Yeah.
a lot of things I knew that was gonna happen in this movie, and then when it happened, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Like
Still got
open
me.
space,
Yes.
and he's just
Yeah.
looking around
Yes,
like,
dude.
where?
Fucks my family.
Dude, I felt it.
He's
hard. I
alone.
was like,
He's
Yeah.
alone.
fuck.
And this was
It's
one of
just
those moments
gone.
too, where like the crowd, like it's day one, man. So you're gonna get the the people who are cheering or whatever, but like the quiet, ominous, like just like the gasping that I heard when looking around. Like I felt like I was there almost. You know, just the feeling, the emotion, the quietness of the theater. It was fucking there, and I think that also like made it hit harder for me at least, or whatever.
Yeah, no, totally.
So Hawkeye's family is dust at this point.
Dusted.
And that was fucking sad. But then we change over to a funny haha. It's Nebula and Tony playing football on the ship, right? If we could do one of those. Which I was like, no, I don't want to laugh right now. I'm sad. I didn't want to laugh. I wanted to be mad and sad, but no, it was funny. Like Nebula too, just getting all pissed off, like not knowing how to play or whatever.
I brought this up to Heidi.
Yeah.
How, they had brought up the whole save Tony Stark thing for NASA.
Oh.
But Nebula's been in there with him the whole time.
That's true. So no one said anything about Nebula.
Yeah.
What did they do anyway? I didn't read up into like I heard about it, but I don't know like what they did.
What do you mean?
For the NASA
thing.
stuff or whatever.
Well, they
Was it
started
just, like, on Twitter
the
or whatever?
Twitter account. They were
Okay.
spamming the shit out of it, like help fucking Tony Stark. Go help Tony Stark. Figure it out.
Yeah.
But
Get all your men on it.
Yeah,
Go get them.
NASA had to put out a thing saying like, "Hey,
Please stop.
Stop. Fucking fake. We're trying to do real shit."
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
They're my fictional characters. It's true. It's very true.
Yeah, and so they're out there like kind of all hope is lost or whatever. Tony recording a message, and they get a plan to kind of move them out further, but they were still kind of dead in the water.
Yeah.
Right, and then
I like how they did that. How
Dead
they're
in the
like
space.
been fucking trying still, and they even extended
Yes.
the time already, and
Yeah.
this is like they can't extend it any more fucking further.
Mm-hmm. And I thought I was like, shit, how are they gonna get saved? And then sure enough, Captain Marvel comes, finds them. You think she knew like they were there, or do you think she just ran into them?
No, she must have been looking for them.
Right?
They were there for
Like
22
she was there with the
days.
intent to find him, right?
Maybe
It wasn't just by chance.
maybe due to the Captain Marvel post-credit scene.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe that's canon.
So she had met them
Where
already.
maybe she met them already.
Yeah, you're right.
And then she
That's
went
probably
out
what
for
happened.
them.
And
I don't know.
then,
I'm
like,
assuming.
he's out there somewhere.
But
Go
that's
find
not
him.
official.
Yeah.
Don't
that's
take
true.
my word for it.
So, yeah, I mean, they bring him home, right? And it's
She
kind
brings him
of
home.
well, she brings him home.
She
Okay.
flies him in.
All right, Kilo, she flies him
She can't give him any more oxygen though, right? So how does that fix the oxygen problem?
And she flies fast.
in.
She had seconds.
It wasn't seconds, was it left?
I don't think it was
"Ah,
like minutes.
Fucking one dying. She puts him in the chair and he's like,
Dude, when
and
she
he's
brought
like
him
fucking
home,
dying.
when she
And
brought him
he's-
home,
Dude, yeah, he was thin.
and
as
he
fuck.
was like, yeah,
That was
like,
really
old,
cool.
and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that's scary.
You think that was?
You think that was his
Robert
real
Downey
body?
Jr.? Or do you think that was a double, or you think that was CGI?
CG.
You think it was CG?
I think it's CG.
You don't think he
You
would?
can't see him, Kristen Bale in that shit.
For 2 minutes of a scene, no.
That's true.
I did it. I real actor.
Jesus.
Damn.
That's a method acting right there. So everyone arrives home. Everyone's pissed, right? And they find a plan to go find Thanos, right? They talk about the snap bringing up a certain wave of energy, and that it was only used in this one other place.
Yeah.
All right, and so
Well, before then,
Yeah.
when Tony gets there, he's kind of pissed,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
I liked. I liked
True.
him being like having real emotions. Like he's pissed at Cap still. He's like, I wanted the little armor around the Earth, and like you didn't want that.
I wanted
and
suits
now,
everywhere, right?
yeah, and now look at where we're at. Everyone's
And
dead.
that's cool.
So I mean, Cap and Iron Man have that little tiff or whatever, right? And I mean, I guess because they haven't really made up, right?
Yeah.
They've been like what? They haven't really seen each other since probably
Since
Civil War
War,
or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and you look at this and you realize like, oh yeah, they've been doing stuff separately. I mean, for a lot of these characters or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think kind of at least taking some time to like address that was cool because you see like, hey, there was real emotions, there was real plans. I mean, that's why I actually broke up. Like stuff like all this stuff really happened, right? And them not being a thing or whatever anymore probably caused a bunch of this stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they kind of patch things up a little bit. And,
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. When Iron Man's like, I lost the kid,
Mhm.
and then Captain America's like, hey, we lost everyone.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude,
It's
so
good
many
line.
good lines,
It's a good
so many,
line.
so many good dialogue scenes in this movie. Everything's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh, and he has his
And-
little stroke.
Does he? Oh, wait.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
kind of because he takes his little
Remember?
crest
that's
off.
right.
Threw off
right,
his
that's
little
right.
chest plate,
Yeah.
which
I
she
thought
doesn't
that
need
was
anymore, right?
Yeah,
That's
because
the
he
thing.
said in Infinity War, because Pepper's talking to him, or
the park or
he's
whatever.
like, I don't need this anymore. He's like, I know I don't need it, but
He's like, I got the surgery for
Yeah.
it. This
Yeah.
is just the ion stuff to start his suit.
yeah.
So why did he have a stroke when he took it off?
Maybe it's just still kind of helping him.
Maybe he's
He's still
being
weak
dramatic.
from
Yeah.
True.
space.
Dramatic.
Hey man, they're human, right?
It's allowed to be dramatic.
Come on, I do it.
And everyone's pissed. Thor's pissed, right? He's,
Yeah.
he's just sitting there.
Thor.
Sitting
So
there
then
angry.
they see the talk about
It's too slow.
The blip
energy,
energy source.
the energy source, yeah.
So they find the energy source on Nebula. Actually, had said like, "Oh yeah, he's been planning this forever. He always talked about it or whatever."
Yeah.
And I guess when they did their readings or scans, they found it was on some fucking planet. And on it, did they even say the name of it?
I don't think so.
remember.
It was a number. It's
Whatever.
like letters
It's a
and
planet,
numbers.
yeah, out there. No,
C-137.
not even inhabited by anybody, basically, or whatever. Or at least they find out when they get there. So yeah, they make their way over there to the planet, right, with the intent to like obviously kill Thanos, and they within fucking minutes. It's been 15-20 minutes into the movie.
But he's got his little strong hand.
He has a little fucked up hand.
Yeah,
he's just
all-
there
whole
being.
neck and everything. He's all fucked up.
I saw a meme that was just like basically like Thanos after, and it's like just like Shrek, and just fucking
Yeah.
like farming in his little onion farm or whatever. Like,
Purple Shrek.
oh,
I've
purple,
seen those.
yeah, those are so good. And gets his fucking head chopped off.
Yeah, man.
Thor didn't even give him barely gave him any fucking time.
Well, I mean, they got everything they could out of him.
Yeah,
He used the
useless.
stones to destroy the stones.
Yeah, I mean that's what he reveals.
Can't do much. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think none of us were expecting this though, right? We all thought 3 hours is going to be the
I
fight
thought it
to
was
even
gonna be a
just
big-
get to Thanos in
Well,
the first place,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like you think, okay, there's going to be a big epic fight, and all, I mean, which there kind of still is or whatever, but I think no one thought it was going to at least start off like this, just this
Yeah.
very, because after this it goes into just like a very somber, like, oh, okay, they killed Thanos, 5 years later happened.
5 years later.
Right, and then you get to like what everyone's kind of been doing in those 5 years and stuff. Before we start all that, I mean, this is a part where a fucking rat brings back Ant-Man from.
Which
from-
I was fine with because it
negative
could have been
zone.
anything. It could have been a worker like, oops, and then he turned it on, or it could have been a rat. It could have been like
Yeah.
I know some people complain, but I'm like, oh, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
could
it's
have
just
been
like
anything.
I felt at this point. It's like whatever, man. I mean, he got brought back. Like,
Yeah.
what does it matter what brought him back? I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
But I did. Yeah, there's a lot of people
I
complaining.
justified it with the 1 in 15 billion. Like, what
Yeah.
are the odds?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Wow.
Because that's what Doctor Strange.
True.
Yeah,
Very
that's what
true.
Doctor Strange said.
Yeah. And so.
Fucking rat saves the
Rat
universe,
saves
guy.
the universe.
Boom!
Avenger.
Avenger.
Avenger. Fucking
It's
yeah,
just
dude.
Lemmy Winks the
Rat
Avenger.
Rat boy.
Rat boy. Adam.
And so he comes. He's fucking like a bunch of stuff unrecognizable, bunch of missing
Wait,
posters.
you missed the 5 years later.
Damn it.
5
I
years
said
later.
5 years later.
5 years later.
I said
I
5
said
years later.
5 years later.
Yeah,
Man.
it
Very
was, they
slowly.
paced it nice.
Then.
So
Yeah.
Ant-Man comes back, and then it's 5 years
No,
later.
no, it's 5 years later.
No.
Then
Then
Ant-Man.
And Ant-Man comes back.
I said that.
You did say he did it.
I did
You
say
said
that.
it
I'm
fast.
sorry. You said it really fast.
Probably.
I apologize.
It's okay, Maester Caleb.
5 years later.
Later.
So Cap's therapist for
You
For
got
the
it.
vanished.
fuck you for the
the
vanished.
Thor is
One of the directors is there in that group.
That's true.
Yeah, the gay one.
Which one was it?
Joe Russo.
The gay
I
one.
believe.
Was it Joe Russo?
I believe it was Joe.
I'm trying to remember.
which like a lot of people were pissed
I
off
know.
because it was a
It was
clickbait article.
Yes.
The
Okay,
gay one.
The only one in that scene, Heidi, who's talking.
Shut up!
Yeah, I thought it was kind of dumb how
Opposite
people
Chris
really
Evans.
took this like weird like thing, like the first gay character
The
of the
first
Marvel
gay character in the
universe,
MCU,
Like,
Oh, really?
and it's like the Russo,
Like,
the
it-
Russo brothers
and
playing.
my thing
that
is
guy.
like it's
I
never
know they
gonna
had
be
that.
normal if
Yeah,
you don't
there was a
make it
clickbait article
normal.
about
Yeah,
it.
if you're gonna make a big deal out of like 5
It
seconds
was
scene,
casual.
then it's like. Then you're not making it normal. It's like, oh my gosh, blah blah blah.
Here's the
blah,
thing
blah,
is,
blah.
like,
I'm
I
dude,
don't-
like just let it happen. Like,
I don't
it's
think
cool.
the
Like,
MCU
whatever.
like they planned on making that a thing. Some
Yeah.
asshole wrote that fucking article for fucking views and clicks or whatever, and it just blew up into a thing. They're like, well, yeah, where are all the gay characters now? And just
Well, yeah, it was
now
two
we-
sides
like,
of people
yeah,
being
we're having
angry
that
to
discussion.
people being like super excited. It's like, just let it be. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
just-
think at some point, I mean, they'll be there. They're coming, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Especially if there's going to be new breeds of new heroes and stuff like that. I mean, there will be, right? Like Valkyrie, for example, is I think known for being bi and stuff like that in comics. So obviously, in this, at some point,
Yeah.
maybe everyone's already shipping Captain Marvel and Valkyrie already and stuff like that. So I mean, who knows? They might bring that kind of stuff to life or whatever.
I like
I mean,
Valkyrie.
some of these characters are barely
I don't
meeting
like
each other
Captain
for the
Marvel.
first
I
time.
like
so
Valkyrie.
whatever.
I don't like this Valkyrie.
I
Huh?
like her.
I don't like
She's
this
super
Valkyrie.
cute. I like that actress.
I like her.
I don't like her.
Alright.
I like
I
Thor
don't think she did
Ragnarok.
good. I didn't like her in Thor Ragnarok. She didn't do shit.
She was a drunk. She did good. She redeemed herself.
Yeah.
Redeemed.
Redeemed.
No. Yes.
Disagree.
So speaking of Black Widow being in the kind of like the Shield meeting, whatever, it's got everyone on holograms all over the world, right? War Machine and everybody just kind of delegating. And I think I'm going to go on a limb here. What I'm thinking is, you know how they mention like an earthquake in the water that they can't do anything
I heard
about?
about this.
I
Namor?
think that's going to be Namor.
Namor.
That's going to be Namor, bro.
Yeah.
With the first mutant, right? So I think this is them kind of hinting a little bit like that's going to become a thing later on or whatever, which could also mean Fantastic Four at some point, right? Or and
Well, I think
eventually,
we'll get all of those eventually.
yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure,
I just
yeah,
don't know
for
when.
sure. I mean, I think it should start with Namor and probably Fantastic Four, in my opinion, before they get to the mutants. But that's just what I'm thinking. Ant-Man shows up at the door for realsies. They think it's a recording. Ant-Man comes in, kind of lets them know what he's been doing, where he's been
Quantum realm.
in the quantum realm, fucking spinning forever or whatever, and kind of hatches up the idea of a time heist, which
'Cause he was only there 5 hours,
yeah.
according to him.
I think 5 hours. You could probably do a lot of thinking, right?
Well, no, I think just
Or
to
you think
him,
it
it's just
happened
like,
after?
hey, like
Yeah,
I was
time.
there for 5 hours in
Yeah.
those 5 years. Like maybe something could work in a similar sense.
True.
I like that they treat him as the non-smart scientist.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's great.
Yeah.
They
I
all
mean,
pick on him. Even fucking Rocket fucks with him.
I mean,
Yeah.
because mostly he's like a thief, right? I mean, that's what
Yeah.
he starts off as to
I mean,
begin
Hank
with.
Pym's the fucking genius.
Yeah, Hank
but,
Pym's a
you know,
genius.
Scott Lang's
He's a dumb.
He's a dumb.
So
he's good in his own fields, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Thor.
yeah.
That's my favorite.
So yeah, hatches a
Fat
plan.
Thor, man.
Time heist.
Couldn't hold it in.
Yeah. So they got to get the band back
They
together.
got to get the band back together, man. They go approach Tony. Hey, who's got the biggest brain to
Which
make
we
this
find
happen?
out he has a kid.
He's got a kid.
Which is like automatically brings up like, what is he gonna do? Because
Well,
now he's
before
Yeah.
they go to Tony, they go to Hulk, right?
No,
No,
it's Tony first.
Tony says no, then they go to Hulk.
Then they go to Hulk?
Yeah. So it's Tony first, because obviously he's the biggest brain. So they're like,
Yeah.
well, the one obviously the first choice is going to be Tony, who's happily has spent the last 5 years living in some cabin somewhere, taking it easy, making a family, having a kid,
Oh,
and just
Morgan.
had
He's
Morgan,
so
Morgan Stark,
cute.
fucking dad Tony, being fucking great, man. I just all the feels, like just watching him with the daughter and everything's like, man, like this is kind of like what he wanted a little bit, like.
Mhm.
I mean, he's like you've seen in all the stuff. Like he gets an idea and he can't get it out, and he continues on that thread or whatever. But I think in this case, he's had at least a little bit of time to relax and enjoy a fucking family for once or whatever, and do all that stuff with Pepper even or whatever. So we get to see him actually say no to that rather than like, hey, yeah, let's do this, because everyone thinks like, oh yeah, let's go save the world. But I think at this point too, you think. Because we don't know how, at this point, we don't really know how time travel works. But if we're thinking the way we were thinking when we were watching it, is if you go back in time to do this, you think like, oh, what if now his daughter is unborn or something?
yeah.
But this time stuff is going to be a very rough discussion, I'm sure, as we get to it or whatever. But just to talk about this stuff, my initial feelings were like, okay, well, if he does this, if he agrees to go back to, because he's looking at fucking Peter's picture, like, doesn't that mean he's gonna undo his kid just to save Peter or whatever?
No.
Well, no, yes, no. We learned that it's no, but at the time, because no one knows how this time stuff's gonna work, that was a thought that popped up in my head.
No. Wrong.
Yeah. So Tony says no,
Tony says no.
and they go to the Hulk after, who we learned has now learned how to control
Dude.
the Hulk, and he just becomes Mr. Fix.
Nah, man.
What? No.
I did not like Professor Hulk.
I like
No.
Professor
I
Hulk.
like Professor
not
Hulk,
like
man.
Professor
I thought it was weird at first, but then I liked it.
Nah, man.
It was an issue I brought up when I watched Infinity Wars, and they resolved it by having... Because I'm like, is Hulk a different entity living inside Bruce Banner? Like, that doesn't make sense. I thought they were one. But he was calling him an asshole and shit like that. Like, Hulk didn't even show up because he was scared of Thanos, whatever. But in this one, he learned to have Hulk and him be one. And I thought that was
Merge
nice.
the two.
I mean, what did Hulk do that Bruce Banner couldn't do?
Smash!
Pick up
Did he
cars.
smash anything?
In this one, no,
Nope.
because he's Professor.
The only thing he did was put on the gauntlet and snap.
Well,
I'm
Well,
sure
exactly.
in the
Yeah.
battle,
The only
he
thing-
smashed
There's a
some
lot of people that
shit.
would've
killed
Some shit. They didn't show it.
So he didn't do it.
That doesn't mean that.
Didn't he also
I wanna
save
see it.
when jumping forward a little bit? But when the building crashed on top of him, didn't he fucking like save Rocket and stuff like that? I mean,
Yeah,
He
so
was
that's
Ant-Man.
it was him
He
lifting.
needs to be
yeah.
Hulk.
all the
One
realm,
little.
man.
He needs to be
He
Hulk
should have
to...
2 hands. I don't know, man. They did.
Let
Hulk
Hulk
is
evolve.
way fucking better than that, and they didn't do him justice. They fucked Hulk hard.
They had a lot of characters.
I-
Not everything
I
could be the Hulk show.
understand. I don't think this movie is when you bring out Professor Hulk. I think for this movie, we want rampaging Hulk, just like we did in the other movie.
True.
Nah, I liked
I mean,
him.
I still
I
liked
thought it
him
was
though.
cool.
Yeah, I
That
thought
was
he
an
was
interesting
fine.
It's
choice.
not the Hulk I want to see. If you tell
mean,
me
the-
let's go to see Avengers movie, I'm thinking Hulk's gonna fuck shit up. Thor's gonna go around flying,
you've seen
electrocuting
that.
shit. We have
5
but
years passed. What was Hulk gonna do in those 5 years?
Get stronger.
By doing
No,
what?
he resolves his conflict with Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he becomes one.
He's got nothing better to do.
I think.
I mean,
look,
the
all
selfie
that's
scene.
missing.
The
All that's
selfie
missing
scene's
is
hilarious.
No,
That's
they
hilarious.
could have cut that scene out.
Dude, I love
No,
that.
that's
when
his
he's like,
emotional growth.
when he's telling Ant-Man, he's like, "Do you want a selfie?"
You wanna
Like,
take a
yeah,
picture?
I
come on.
hated
And
it,
it's like
dude. I
super
couldn't stand
awkward.
it.
That was awesome.
That was
I
awesome.
love
That
that.
was a good scene.
I
Look
love
how cringy
that.
that was. He's just
No.
like, he's like,
It's a
hated
fan
it.
base.
Take a
I
picture.
hated it. dude.
You
Why? It was
laughed
so
when he
good.
said, "Take the goddamn phone." You laughed.
Yes, that was Paul Rudd. I hated what they did to Hulk in that scene, man. How he's Mr. Hollywood fucking Hulk guy.
He hates you too.
Selfies.
I want to
Recognize
selfie
Taking
with them.
selfies with kids. He's Hulk.
Listen
Hulk
to your
smash.
mom. She knows
Hulk
better.
smash.
No, that's not. No, we got Professor Hulk.
I
in
don't
this
want
one,
Professor
bro.
Hulk. You can
Well, too
take
bad.
Professor Hulk
Too bad.
and shove it up both
You
of the
got
Russo's
him,
asses.
and he was
okay?
fine. Look,
No.
all that was missing was what him smashing things when they were fighting. Like that's all you really want.
They
You
made a
wanna see
callback
some
to
I
it.
smashing.
want Hulk.
You got him. He's just smart.
No, I got Professor
He's
Hulk.
better.
I don't want Professor Hulk. I wanted Hulk. But that's fine. Whatever. You're bringing Professor Hulk. Fine. Bring him in. Whatever. That's the best Professor Hulk can do. We got
Hey,
it on.
yeah, he
we
did
got
what
it
he
on
could,
screen,
man. They started those trials, and
Man.
Yeah.
threw Ant-Man in there.
I also feel like they gave fucking Tony Stark too much intelligence. Like for him to solve that, like that's some Reed Richards shit, right?
Well, it wasn't
Like,
him. It was his technology that he made. It assisted.
But it's Tony Stark solving fucking time travel.
I also am cool with that scene, though. Like, I know a lot of people mention that, but I'm cool with it only because we only have so much time to wrap this movie up.
I feel
So him to
like
be
that's
like,
what it was kind of
Hey,
like.
because
Yeah.
if we had a whole montage of him, like, doing this and then doing this, and like,
Writing
what are we doing
equations
here?
and stuff.
Yeah, like, I'd rather just him kind of figure it out.
I like that
pretty
he
quick
just,
and then-
he just accidentally, like he didn't even think it was gonna work or whatever. He's just throwing numbers out there, and they're
'Cause
like, you
One
know,
in
Because
15 billion Rick.
Because Ant-Man brought up
15
the
billion,
idea of it being like that, and so he was like, all right, well, let's try it like this, whatever, and then
Yeah.
it works. I didn't mind. It was cool.
What happened to us?
Fuck him.
Civil War
Fuck Professor
happened.
Hulk.
Damn.
So while their trials are failing and shit, Tony comes back after he's solved it. Right? He's got the right.
Wait, guys, stop fucking push button. It worked.
Look, and
And I'm not gonna
at
tell
that
anyone
point in
right
time-
away. I'm gonna wait till the next day.
At that point in time, no one else is as smart as Tony. Right?
Fuck. Okay, Frank's talking. Go ahead, speak faster.
Just trying to move along, man.
I'm expanding on my argument. Why is it such... Kathy does this. I hate it.
I know Shashi people's the worst. I didn't mean to.
Fuck
We're
you
trying to
guys.
move
I just
along.
did it because she did it. That was the only reason.
Your podcast.
We're in the end game now, okay?
All right. So
What's next, Frank?
I mean, no one's smarter at this point than Tony right now because he's fucking solving time travel. All right.
Which I think is bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Who did you want to solve time travel?
Who else would have done
Who
it?
did
Who else
you
that
want?
is an MCU right now? Do you think could do it?
Who?
Not in the
Who?
Reed Richards doesn't exist yet. All right.
I mean, if you had Professor Hulk, might as well use them.
He was almost there.
Dabbled.
Yeah. He got.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, he
then
got it at the end.
Give him
Together.
a win.
Together
Is Reed
as
Richards
one.
the smartest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like
One
everyone
definitely
knows.
one of the smartest.
No, I mean the
The smartest.
The
Okay.
smartest.
All right. Anyway.
I mean Artemis Cho, but he's new. Whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, they got to assemble
course.
everybody, right? So.
He's also Hulk, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So Tony's back.
Professor.
They got Professor Hulk back, Ant-Man's back, right? Everyone's Cap's coming back, right? And
Time
Hawkeye.
heist.
Time heist.
What a Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye,
Ronan.
who has now
Ronan.
become Ronan.
Ronan.
Just
Which I
killing
was
dudes.
disappointed we didn't see him like just slicing and dicing John Wick
Well,
style.
I mean, I thought the same thing,
I'd
but
have
it's
been happy with
It's
that.
PG-13, right, or whatever. I mean, they're not gonna.
Was
Just don't
it?
show blood.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Was it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely not rated R.
I know.
So yeah, he's fucking dicing up fools,
Yeah.
That's
and Black Widow brings him back. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then time heist plan, right? They talk about, okay, if we're gonna do this, right, we have to take the stones, use them, and put them back, because if not, you create an alternate timeline that diverges.
This is where they talk about how the time works.
And then
right?
I love how they mention other movies, right? Back to the Future.
Yes.
Right.
So they
Time
mentioned
machine.
time doesn't work like we think it
Hot
does
Tub
in
Time
movies.
Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
They establish
gets
their
brought up.
time rules,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they stick to it, which is nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So, okay. So they plan out. All the stones are going to be in, these locations.
Oh,
It's-
I really like that scene, by the way. When they're trying to figure out, when was the stone, like, how they say, like, we've all been around a stone at least once,
Yes.
right? All of us in this group. And so they all start figuring out, like, you kind of going through the movies together and them all together. I really like that scene.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I thought that was
Time
really cool.
heist.
Time heist.
Time heist. And I thought Thor, we missed the whole Thor thing.
Yeah. Fat Thor.
Oh,
Frank.
yeah. I mentioned it earlier, we just no one expanded on it. I did. I
Why
said-
get shushed?
I said
Alright.
Thor.
So,
Thor was a fat gamer, and no one said anything. I was like, all right.
Well, because you jumped ahead. We're
well,
talking
I was
about
also,
at the
he
time.
was talking over me
fat
too.
gamer.
So.
I like Fat
Anyway.
Thor. I'm not
Fat
mad at
Thor.
Fat
Yeah.
I like Fat Thor.
They all handled their 5 years differently. Thor got fat. Leave
Yeah.
him alone.
And I liked that.
I
Yeah.
thought so. Here's the thing: I thought that he was just gonna be Fat Thor for a little bit,
Yeah, same.
but they committed, man.
committed.
And they made him Fat Thor.
Yeah.
For the
And
entire
I like how
bit.
they committed.
Yeah, it's
but I also
realistic.
like how you think about it. Like, yeah, he was still bummed because like he could have killed Thanos in Infinity War, but he didn't aim correctly, right?
Yeah.
And so
Aim for the
he
head.
he really puts it all on himself because he was like, I was right there. I was like inches away from ending all of this, but I didn't.
Yeah.
He becomes
And so
depressed.
he comes super depressed, and I really like that arc of him.
Yeah, the way he
You
took
think,
that.
you
And
think Thor handles his, all his shit with comedy? Because anytime bad shit happens, then we get fun Thor,
Yeah, he's
right?
comic
When
relief.
he lost his mom and he lost all his people, whatever, then we had Thor Ragnarok. He was a little more lighthearted fun. And then after the events of Infinity War, Endgame, now he's Fat Thor. Now he's the dude,
That's his coping mechanism.
I think
I'd
so.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
If
I
they
love
made it
how-
enough of a pattern.
right?
Yeah.
If you look at it through those two videos,
Exactly.
movies and shit.
I love how Korg and Meek were back. So
Yeah, I thought that
so
was cool. They were
amazing.
back. Like, I just want to watch a whole show with just three
Yeah,
of them in
Yes,
there, man.
that.
Like, just,
Dude, that'd be
I love that, man. Just having them yell at that kid
Disney Plus?
playing Fortnite. Or
I
whatever.
know.
Take notes.
Oh my gosh,
Dude, that'd be so
amazing.
great, man.
That'd be cute.
That'd be amazing. I'd watch that show. Uh,
Time heist.
yeah, Time Heist. So Time
Time
Heist is
Heist.
happening now, right?
Yes.
I like how they do it over dinner. They're like thinking, brainstorming.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that too, right?
Yeah.
They spent time, like everyone's saying, when did it happen? How are we gonna do it, or
Yeah.
whatever. And they figured out that like 3 of the stones were at like New York at one point, right? Right around the same
We
time.
time it right.
So, Vormir, we forgot to write down when the planet that Nebula and War Machine go on.
Oh, it
And-
starts with an O.
Yeah. So they split up into
Oh
teams.
my god!
So New York, that's team that's going to be Tony, Captain America, Ant-Man, and Hulk. All head towards New York.
Yeah.
Planet Vormir is Hawkeye and Black Widow. War Machine and Nebula go to whatever Guardians of the
Guardians of
Galaxy
the Galaxy
planet
one.
was. And,
Guardians one planet.
Yeah. And Asgard rocketing.
Asgard.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was not even that funny. I just thought that was funny.
All right, so I figured we maybe go through the events of what was happening in each one, right?
No, I can't unsay it.
No,
Asgard.
no, don't.
Asgard.
No.
Like guarding an ass.
Yeah.
No. I hate
I'm
that.
sorry.
That's all right.
I'm immature.
That's okay,
It's
man.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We'll start with maybe like the least complicated one, which is let's just say Rocket and Thor going to Asgard.
Why are you saying it like that?
It's Asgard.
It's Asgard.
I said
Asgard.
Asgard.
All right.
You're saying ass.
Sorry,
Keeping an
you
extra S.
said it, and now I'm.
He
that's-
said it.
You
You
said
said
it.
it.
That's
Made
why I
him
said
All
it.
right,
say
all
it.
right. Asgard.
Asgard.
We
There
go
we
to
go.
Asgard.
So in Asgard, he's doing that whole mom thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, for someone who has had his whole family obliterated, gets to see his mom again. You know, and he's not good at lying, so it's
He's
great
all
that she.
emotional
Yeah.
and drunk.
Yeah, like he can't lie. He's
Fat.
just he's just like it's easily opening
I
up to
love
her,
Thor.
like handsome for the future. And I love how she was just like, no, like
She
I was raised by
knows.
witches. I know
My
you
mom
don't
knows.
belong here. You know, so I thought that was funny. And fucking Rocket. One thing I want to mention. I love Rocket's outfit because it's his
dude.
original.
Yeah.
It's his original outfit
His
or
little
whatever.
Fucking his Guardians.
Yeah,
outfit.
yeah, it's so good, man. I love that they had him in it. So they're going for one of the stones. I'm not gonna go through the trouble of telling them which fucking stone, but whatever. They get the one there in
Ether.
Asgard.
Ether Stone.
Okay,
Red-
all
the red
right,
one, guys.
all right. You
The
know,
red one, guys.
Say it.
The red one.
'cause- All right, the red one.
The red liquidy one.
So they're there for the Ether Stone. They get it. They get out.
Really good scene with Thor and his mom.
So they take it
Yeah.
out of Jane Foster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when she
Sticks
was
it out of her.
poisoned. That's how they cure her. Well, I guess no, we're not doing Back to the Future.
Don't do Back to the Future.
No, yeah, he extracts it with that little prod thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They just fucking
Bolt.
Yeah, just bolts or whatever.
He gets Munya Mew. Munya Mew?
yeah.
Munya
Mew. He gets mew.
Mew Mew.
He gets me. We'll go over to Vormir next, which is Hawkeye and Black Widow, who go for the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think none of them knew,
They
obviously,
didn't know.
that how you're going to need to get the Soul
And
Stone.
I heard people complain like, "Oh, what are the odds of Hawkeye and what's her
Black Widow.
face going
To the
together?"
Soul Stone.
Which, again, I don't care. Like coincidences happen all the
Yeah,
time
for
throughout these
real.
movies. Whatever, I don't care.
Well, maybe this
So,
will
I
help
liked
your
it.
opinion on that a little bit.
Oh,
As the original, right, they actually had Hawkeye given his life.
Yeah.
And having her go on. So Black Widow originally wasn't gonna die. But it wasn't until someone who wasn't even part of the writing staff was kind of like, really, like you're gonna.
He's a family.
Yeah, he has a family.
She has
Why
nothing.
wouldn't she be the one to like really want to,
For
make
her
it happen?
Avengers family.
Yeah,
I really like that scene
Wow.
because it's two assassins fighting to die.
yeah.
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 It was
They're
a
both
really good
skilled. Yeah.
It's like they have to keep each other alive but kill themselves. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
And I really didn't know how it was going to end. I was like, it really could go either way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really,
for real.
it could have gone either way or whatever.
Yeah.
So in the end, yeah, she's the one that ends up going. Which I see. So a lot of these people, you already know. Oh, so and so's contract is ending. This and that person. So you think like, okay, how are they gonna off them or whatever? But
Yeah.
I didn't remember hearing about her.
Don't go too meta, bro.
All right.
She has a movie coming out,
Okay.
but I don't
Yes,
know.
it's gonna be a show or a movie.
A
Movie, right? Okay.
So
Which I think is gonna be a prequel.
I assume it would.
It
be.
would have to be.
It would have to be. Yes, it would.
But yeah, I was actually sad that
Yeah.
she died. I was like, oh,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
legit
me
sad.
too. I was like, oh shit, like she can't come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
So,
can't.
definitely sad about
I like
that.
how they showed her. Show it.
Yeah, just
Show her. Yeah.
She had a whole like stone through her
Oh my
stomach.
god. Again, not rated R.
half of the head. I
Kill
just
Yeah.
someone's blood, man.
gore.
Next up, we got War Machine and Nebula, who go to Guardians One Planet.
Which he redoes the dance because it's not the
Yeah.
same one in Guardians.
Oh
1.
yeah. It's,
Like it's
well,
the same
it's
one,
similar,
but
right? But he's not doing
it's
them
him
exactly.
doing it again.
Yeah,
So I thought that was interesting.
That's
yeah. You
fine,
can
yeah.
tell on some of this stuff. Like obviously, when they go to New York too, that's all new scenes and stuff. That
Well,
they
Hulk
show.
Yeah.
smashing
Yeah.
the.
But I thought it was funny that they show him like because the first one looks cool like he's dancing with the music
Yeah.
but he's actually just got earphones. He looks like an idiot like just
Yeah,
dancing around.
singing to
By
himself.
himself.
That's so funny.
That was so good.
That's
And
good.
it was like he's an idiot or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
that was
knock
good.
him out one
Just
punch.
Knock him
I
the fuck
love
out.
that.
That was so funny, man. That was so good. So they
Nebula
go.
gets it.
So this is where I guess from being in the same universe that the other Nebula still exists in, right? Somehow able to project her visions, her memories, right?
They're like linked.
Yeah, they're like linked up,
Process
right?
and
Because
shit.
it's like the same living computer or whatever is going on in her brain.
Space technology.
Space
guys.
technology, whatever. Let's not think too
Yeah.
hard about it, or
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have arguments.
Yeah.
We'll have that later.
The nanites.
Yeah.
And stuff.
No,
and-
it's not. So this now informs Thanos
Yeah.
of what's been transpiring, what's happening,
Yeah.
and kind of lets him know, like, oh, my plan did work. You know, like this
Yeah.
is.
They hack into her memories
Yeah.
and see what happened.
Yeah,
in
so they
Infinity
and I
War.
think at this point Gamora too still kind of mostly loyal to him,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
she hadn't,
like
like,
right
turned
at
yet.
Guardians 1 where she's
Yeah.
gonna go get
Yeah.
the stone from
Yeah.
Quill and whatnot.
Yeah. So he's informed, and they make the plan to go get it, right?
And they get Nebula.
They get Nebula.
And they do get Nebula.
Once they get the stone, War Machine goes back, but she doesn't. They
She's not
capture
able
her.
to.
Yeah.
Which, what do you think stopped her?
No,
Her
she
machine.
Her
Oh,
head
that's right,
started
that's right.
like
That's
buzzing.
And then they capture her.
Yeah.
So she's captured. Meanwhile, we fast forward to New York, where Tony, Captain America, the Hulk, and Ant-Man are all there trying to get the rest of the stones. Hulk goes to meet up with what was her name?
The Supreme or
Sorcerer Supreme?
Sorcerer Supreme.
Right?
Yeah. Sorcerer Supreme.
Which, like, I thought, like, why would you send the strongest guy against this person who knows magic and stuff or whatever? But, I mean,
he's
at least he
Professor
was
Hulk
competent
now.
enough to, like, talk to
Okay.
her.
Yeah, that's why. Because he's
Yeah.
smart.
Because
He's
he's
Professor Hulk
smart.
now.
He's been
Yeah,
there
because
before.
if he was regular Hulk, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
No, you just beat the shit out of her and take it.
I don't think he'd be able to do that because she'd just push him out of his astral form. That's it.
Astro form.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
Into his astral
contact
form.
with Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
or-
he'd been there already when he fell through the roof.
True.
Yeah.
True. Oh,
And
yeah.
that's why Frank.
Which was a cool scene between them two.
Yeah.
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 And then when she described the timeline a little bit more too.
Uh-huh.
I just like that she knew that, like, oh yeah, no, Doctor Strange, he's still doing surgery. Like, she already knew, like
Where
what
he
was gonna
was,
happen
yeah.
or whatever. You're like,
Psychic
oh, man,
and
she fucking
shit,
knows
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
I like that she gave him the stone. Like,
Yeah.
all he had to do was say, why did Doctor Strange give it up then? She's
Mhm.
like, oh, he gave it up, must have done it for a reason. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
That
thought it was gonna be
really
harder
cool.
than that.
Yeah, fucking trust. That's
Yeah.
what that is.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I think he's gonna have to fight her for it and stuff.
Right.
Which,
Nah, she's
pause
cool.
for a moment,
Mhm.
I like how they brought other characters back from the movies. So, like, what's the mom from Thor brought
Yes.
her back.
Natalie Portman.
Uh,
for a
You, Natalie
second.
Portman, for a little
Portman
bit,
for like
right?
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Sorcerer Supreme, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I should know her name.
And I thought it's kind of like this whole thing is them kind of like bringing you back to all these past movies or whatever, and just it helps, like, gives it that little
Yeah.
detail, just makes it feel that much more
yeah,
connected,
like they
man.
didn't
Like,
cheapen it. Like you didn't
Yeah.
just see them in like
Yeah.
past movie form. You
Yeah.
know, you could have just saw them walk by.
Yeah.
And, like, the
but
other
they
movie.
committed to it. They're
Yeah.
like, hey, these guys are actually going to go
They
back. They're
commit
going to
to
see these
it
characters.
with Captain
Yeah,
America.
it was
Good.
great. Especially with Captain America.
Yeah.
That was so,
Yeah.
okay. So this was fucking great,
That
right?
was
Like
cool.
you got Tony, Captain America, whatever, right, and Ant-Man. They're all going towards the other stones, trying to get the scepter, the Tesseract, and all that, or whatever. And fucking at some point, Captain America has to like fight himself,
Fight
which that was
himself.
fucking great.
Before that,
Oh, okay.
Hail Hydra, man.
Oh, was that before?
Yeah.
Okay, it
before they
was.
were in Halo.
It was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
wait.
he already
he's
had
taking-
the scepter.
He's taking the Mind Stone, which is inside the scepter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's his stone. But yeah, he just fucking grabs it, walks out. He's like, I got this. Fucking Hail Hydra.
That was
Yeah.
such a good
That
moment.
was so
That's
good.
right.
man.
So
Boom.
That's all they needed.
I mean, you're used to
fucking
seeing
good,
Captain
man.
America like solve problems with like fighting and stuff like this. Is the first time he's
Yeah,
like,
because
really,
it was
really,
set
like,
up
being,
just like
yeah,
in
being,
Winter
like, cunning,
Soldier with
you
the
know?
same type of people. You're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, they're gonna do this again.
You think like, dude, like anyone in that position, well, I'm super strong, I'm just gonna fight all these guys. But dude, no, he just the line, like the Hail
That's all
Hydra.
they
Oh,
needed.
it's so
It
good.
was so good, man. The
Fucking
callback
good.
to comics and everything,
Yes.
that was so great, man. That
Yes.
was fantastic. And then yeah, fucking runs into
Then we get
himself.
fucking.
He's like,
Yeah.
I found
America's
Loki.
ass.
Yeah.
America's
I found
ass.
Loki. That's right. Cause
Yeah,
I was like,
that's so
dude, how is
fucking
he
good.
Yes.
I love that they did that shit.
It was
Yeah.
awesome, man. The fight too, where he's just like, I could do this all
He's like,
day.
I
It's
know.
just like-
I know.
I love it, man. It was
Yeah.
so good,
That's
dude.
good.
That whole scene, man, it was fantastic.
Did my boy good.
They did so good with this movie, and like just that scene in particular too. I loved all the little callbacks and stuff. It was so great.
And America's ass.
In America's ass. That's
America's
right.
ass.
But that was the second mention, right?
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
mention
Yeah.
was Iron Man was like
Tony's
looking
like-
at him.
Yeah.
He's like, that suit didn't do you any good.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, that's
now so
right.
Ant-Man's like, I always picture like.
You think they do this because of the Captain Marvel fucking Brie Larson like flat butt? You think that was
I don't think
so.
it has
That was
anything
on
to do with
purpose?
that. No.
They're like, should we?
Because she
do-
wasn't America's ass, so
I mean,
He's Captain America.
he's Captain America, and he's got and
That's crazy.
That's America's
I don't know.
ass.
That's the first thing that came to mind when that scene came up. I was like, "Oh man, is this a Brie Larson thing?
Yeah.
Like, are they
No.
just?
Oh,
Are they
wow.
just?
You
No.
went there.
For-
No one else went there.
For funsies?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. So meanwhile, Tony and Ant-Man, right, trying to get the other,
The Tesseract.
the Tesseract, I guess in this case.
Mhm.
Robert Redford
Space
shows
time.
up.
Yeah, Robert
Yeah.
Redford shows up. Like,
Yeah.
dude, they, like really bringing back everybody.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. I just love all the little extra added scenes you're seeing too, right?
Yeah.
This is like after what you don't see after happened, like after Avengers 1, let's say. So all these little extra scenes of like interactions and stuff like that happening afterwards, I thought were pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, downstairs, right? They go down the elevator. They tell Hulk, "Nah, you're too big."
Which is what Rick wants to see. Is
Yeah,
Hulk
Rick wants to
running
see just Hulk all
So
Rampage.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Hulk.
They lost
Smash!
the Tesseract because of old Hulk. So
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was
So-
smart Hulk, he would have been just fine.
Yeah, Professor Hulk would have done that, bro.
Hey, Hulk saved Loki then, because Loki grabs that shit.
that
and
universe
bounces.
doesn't matter though,
What do you mean?
But
because
it,
it's all gonna
No.
Well,
erase.
we may
No,
go
but
to that.
we may
No.
know. He
I don't
may.
wanna.
Does it?
Well, okay. Here's the thing.
I don't wanna.
Well,
There,
We're doing it. We're
hold
doing
on.
it.
Hold on. There is a Loki TV series planned on for Disney Plus.
Cool.
So I bet you, obviously, Loki escaping. This is going to be the way.
But
he
then that's
either
an
comes,
open timeline.
Yeah. So it's like, is it going to be him
No,
figuring out how
when
to
they
get back, or-
when they put it back,
They put it back.
they put
don't-
it back. Then
yeah.
it goes back to no.
What?
I don't want to think about it. No, wait. Let's just keep going down
It's
this list.
just present, bro. There is no
Look,
past. It's all just
there-
present
look,
now.
here's what we
Loki's
know.
gone.
There's
He's
a
good.
Loki that did escape,
and
right?
is not dead.
And he has a fucking Tesseract with him,
He's got the space stone.
right? There's going to be a show planned around that, so maybe they'll find a way to bring it back, somehow bring it
So,
back into
like,
the
let's say
actual
this is the
MCU.
timeline. Loki jumped off, but Cap still brought it back, so this timeline still works.
This timeline still works.
But he's jumped off on another timeline,
but he's
Mhm.
gone.
Yeah,
more or less.
yeah.
All right.
Let's not think about it too much.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
Yeah.
All day, bro.
All day.
I can do this all day.
So, so Tony and Ant-Man fail, right? Because fucking
Loki took
Hulk
the
or whatever, right?
Hulk
All that
ruins
happened.
it all.
Saved Loki. Continue.
Yeah. So, so they have to. Well, they figure out. Actually, there's another way we can get back to it, right? We have to make a jump to go get some more pin particles.
Now we saw this in which movie? It was.
It must have been Captain America because that was.
Was it Winter Soldier? Remember when they're running out of the bunker and it's like fucking crashing down and they're driving in the Jeep out of that tunnel, right?
I think that was Captain America.
That was
First
that
Avenger,
time
right?
when they have it, right? When
I
Nick
think so.
Fury has the Tesseract in
That's
that storage place.
Avengers, but that's a different. That's a different place.
It's not the same one, right?
No,
Because
no.
that was like in desert or some shit, right?
Yeah, no, I think it was a different place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
'cause
just some shield.
In
facility
Winter
that's-
Soldier, when Cap goes back and he meets the computer or whatever, that's the same facility
Okay.
that they went to in this movie.
Oh, okay.
So they figure out that.
Or Iron Man has a hunch. He's like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that both of these things will be here if we go back to that time.
Yeah. And so they go back in time. They
To the 70s.
Particles
they go to get the pin particle
and the Tesseract.
and the
And the
Tesseract,
Tesseract.
which is being housed in what's gonna be a shield facility later, or no?
Kind of
Kind
already
of,
is.
right at the
more
beginning
or
of it, sort of,
less.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Tony sees his dad.
Army.
And I think these are
Facility.
Dead.
this kind of two like very important moments for the characters, right? Because Captain America gets to see Peggy again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's been gone, right? And he's been having to deal with her being old ever like since he's been back.
Yeah.
So he kind of gets to see her again, and
As he remembers her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, right? Like in person,
Mm-hmm.
the way he remembers her and everything.
Color.
And Tony too. And Tony with his dad also,
Yeah.
right? Like he.
Super nice moment. It could have been super schmaltzy.
Yeah.
But it was like just a genuine like how Iron Man would act, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah.
And I think also because I mean the whole time Tony's thought like, oh, my dad didn't care, he was cold or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Saying all this stuff or whatever, but sees that his his dad like did care, like he was a nice guy or
Yeah.
nice, but not as bad as he thought he was gonna be
Yeah.
or whatever, right? And, so I thought that was cool.
And it's funny because looking back on it, like when you're first watching it, you're just like, oh, it's a really nice moment. But looking back, it's like, oh, it's like the last time he gets to speak to his dad
Yeah.
before he goes, like kind of things he wants to say more or less. And, like,
Yeah.
just having a conversation when he's like, oh, I
He
have
tells
a
him
daughter.
he has a daughter.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
"Ah,
Yeah.
So now it's an
Nice.
even sweeter moment now.
Yeah,
now
man.
that you know what happens, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's such a nice moment.
That was a good moment, man.
Yeah.
Like just that movie's full of good moments.
Yeah.
Dude. That one especially. Like even if it wasn't some big action thing that was happening, just pulling at the heartstrings. You care about these characters. You care
Yeah.
about what they're doing. And
22 movies.
22 movies
Yeah.
later, man. Like they've interacted together on so many, times, and it just to have it be this really really nice moment where he's, proven wrong about his dad, and actually gave a shit and cared, and he like gave him a hug. He's like, I love. What did he say? Like I love you or your
No, he
work or.
says, thank you for your service
Oh
or
yeah, or
whatever.
something
For
like
your
that or
service,
whatever. So he kind of got to have that moment with his dad. That was fucking awesome.
And I thought that was cool that they brought Jarvis from the TV show back to
Yes,
this movie.
yes.
Because he was in that TV show with Peggy. I
Yeah.
was like, that's so cool they brought him back.
Yeah, all these little like fucking hints, right? And
Yeah.
that's what I love is that they care about that universe, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
totally.
like everything
details.
connects, dude. Like
Now
all
it's done.
all these characters.
No more
Stop.
movies.
No more movies. No more. Jesus.
Anyway, so that's it, right? Everybody
Everyone
comes
meets
back.
back.
Everyone comes back with stones.
Except
Kidney stones.
Except
Oh, and Nebula switches
Yes,
with
so-
other Nebula.
fake or evil Nebula actually comes back, right, in place of other Nebula, and Black Widow's gone, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing everyone's like, where is she? And you notice, oh,
They
she's
know.
gone and shit. Yeah, they know.
I thought Hulk would have taken it a bit harder since he also had that little thing. They kind of did a little between Black Widow and Bruce Banner,
A little bit.
but never
Yeah.
really played too much off of that. So I was like, oh man, because he's gonna rage.
She's a widow.
Nah, man,
No. He's smarter
he's
now.
Professor Hulk now.
Yeah, he's professor. He's
He's like,
smarter.
well,
Hey,
He
smarter
thinks
than
about
that.
his
Shit
feelings,
happens.
He
rationalizes
knows you
it.
gotta
Right,
check.
yeah.
You gotta keep your emotions in check now.
Yeah. Old Hulk wouldn't have done that.
Nope,
He would have destroyed the time machine.
that's Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
That's why we like Hulk.
So that's it, right? They have this really cool, specially made gauntlet made out of I guess Tony Stark's ion stuff, and fight over who's gonna wear it. I thought for sure Thor was gonna wear it, right? Because he was kind of like, "Give me this, like I need this or whatever." Because he feels like shit or whatever.
He's like, I need some
Looks like
redemptive
shit.
thing to
Yeah.
do. But I like how Iron Man's like, no, like you're not ready. You can't do this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're in no position to.
yeah.
Yeah, like Hulk made a good point. He's like, "No, it's gonna be gamma radiation." He's like, "That's what that's me or whatever."
He's
So
made
That's
for
why
it.
I'm in this movie.
that's why we needed Professor Hulk, because regular
Yeah.
Hulk probably wouldn't have put on that glove.
Would
Right,
not.
regular Hulk would have been like, oh, cool gauntlet, smash.
Smash.
And then,
Which would have also been like a snap and then he fixed everything.
No.
nah.
But
Hulk puts on the gauntlet.
does he?
He does.
Because he's smart Hulk.
Because he's
He's
smart.
smart Hulk.
He is smart. He is kind.
So Hulk.
Hark.
Hark.
So he puts on the gauntlet, right? It fucking burns the shit out of his arm really
Which
badly.
makes you think how strong Thanos actually was, because he fucking took it and did what he wanted.
I mean,
He
he
beat
still
the shit
had
out of
that.
Hulk, so yeah.
Yeah.
He also had that
He's
really messed up arm
The
still.
bit. Well, that's when he did it a second time.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
See,
Because
he
he's
did
just putting it
twice,
on.
bro.
Yeah.
No, I
On the
think it
same
happened
arm.
the first
Twice
time.
on the same arm.
Well, one to eliminate everything, one to kill
destroy
the
the
stones.
stones.
It's two snaps.
That's true.
He's the best.
Strong as fuck.
Love him.
So while Hulk's putting it and getting ready for the snap, that's when Nebula is bringing in, or Evil Nebula,
Evil
is
Nebula.
Bringing in Thanos and
To the past.
to
or to the present.
to
the
this
future.
present, I guess,
Future.
to this timeline,
His future. Their present.
right? His
Yeah.
future,
To
their
now.
to now.
To now. Thanos is here again. Fuck.
Oh no!
And before he gets the snap, that's when
He snaps.
he does snap.
He
Brings
brings
everyone
everyone
That's
back.
right. That's right. Brings Vanish
Minus
Everyone's
Black Widow.
back.
Minus Black Widow.
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Well,
Because
only
he said he tried, right? He was like, I tried to bring her back, but he couldn't. He couldn't get her out of the Soul Stone.
yeah.
Or
So
wherever the fuck her soul is.
brings back all the Vanish, theoretically, right? The number. Who's getting a phone call? Ant-Man.
Hawkeye got a phone call from his
Hawkeye,
wife.
That's right.
Ant-Man was looking at the birds, and then he just knew.
Yeah.
He's like, I think it worked.
It's back!
And then
The birds are back!
And Thanos comes in, fucking raining down fire,
Rain and
shooting the
hellfire.
shit out of
the
their
fucking
compound.
facility.
Facility's gone,
Destroyed.
man. Just everyone
Destroyed.
gets
The
tanked.
part where Rocket's like, I can't breathe.
Oh,
That
I
one really
know,
got
I felt
me.
bad for him. I
Yeah.
know. I was like, shit, someone save him! It's like a little dog, a little pet.
Yeah,
Just
I
someone
can't breathe.
save
I
him.
can't breathe. Oh, he was so scary.
Yeah. I mean, they're all at this point. They're all kind of scattered, right?
Yeah.
Hawkeye at some point finds the gauntlet and he's running from invaders.
Yeah.
I guess after being saved, right? Hulk's there, picking up all the rubble, getting Rocket out. Ant-Man was there with them.
He's
Or-
with War Machine. Yeah, Ant-Man
Yeah.
goes to for War Machine and
Right.
Rocket.
Right.
Yeah.
They're all kind of together. Yeah,
And meanwhile, Thor, Captain America,
and Iron Man
and Iron Man see Thanos
Thanos.
sitting there chilling.
waiting for Nebula to get the stones.
Yeah, and which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, why wouldn't he go by himself or himself to go get him? But I
He
guess 'cause-
believes in himself so much, Frank. God, with every right, he's the best.
Like, just go get him.
So-
I'll wait here.
With my
You
big
take
old
your fucking
blade
time.
thing.
And then we had that fight, man, with all three of them fighting for, Earth.
Thor clanks his two hammers. And
Dude,
Oh,
yes.
Beard gets
oh,
braided.
so good, man. He
Beard
gets
gets
both
braided.
hammers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Braided beard, fucking new hairstyle.
Still fat though. Still
Still fat,
committed
though,
to
yeah.
the
Still
fat.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
thought when that was gonna happen, he was gonna just go back to being skinny,
Slim?
muscular.
Nah, I'm
Thor.
glad
Nah,
he didn't, man.
he abused his body. He should
He
deal with
should
it.
deal with it.
But he's still powerful.
Yeah.
Still powerful. Love it.
And I love that fight, man. That was awesome. The way they're
Yeah.
just like you get to see all three of them coming together to fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way they were working together in the sense of like say like Thor charging Tony up to like shoot stronger and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like I really loved like the mix and match for
Like
that
the Marvel
stuff.
Alliance shit.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I thought it was great, man.
And then is that where we see Captain America
Yeah,
bro.
Thanos is about
utilizing
to
a
kill
certain weapon?
Thor, like when he's like going through his armor, I was like,
Dude, I thought he was gonna
no
kill him.
way.
Yeah.
I was like, this better
I thought he
not
was gonna
happen.
kill him.
Thanos is kicking ass.
Yeah, Thanos fighting back.
It's
He's not.
looking
He's
bleak.
got that really cool fucking double-bladed weapon,
Yeah.
whatever that.
Yeah.
It's basically a helicopter wing.
Giant sword.
Essentially.
Yeah.
He's got his armor on.
Yeah,
He's like a
propeller
younger
slams.
Thanos, so he's stronger in a sense. He's more the War Thanos than like Infinity War Thanos is like, I'm just gonna get the stone. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
do
didn't even
this."
have his
He's younger.
armor.
Yeah,
really, you
he's
know what I mean?
conquering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really cool scenes out of this, right? At some point, fucking Captain America picks up the Stormbreaker. Or Mjolnir, I'm sorry.
He brings it.
Mjolnir?
He summons it because he's worthy.
Thor's like, I knew.
Yes. Not even
Fuck.
mad.
I thought he
I
was
know,
gonna be
not
mad.
even mad.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be mad, yeah, because like
Yeah.
he almost like didn't want anyone else to pick
Yeah.
it
Just
up
wanted
during
him to
Civil
do
War.
Would have been fucking great.
The part that surprised me though was I didn't think he was gonna be able to conjure lightning out of it, because I thought like
Yeah.
that's what Thor brings to it as a thunder god, right? So
Well, I mean, if he's worthy, he has all the powers of Thor.
mhm.
You can kind of share it a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe
True.
share
They're
it.
sharing.
Either way, cool fucking fight. He's using both the
Yes.
shield
Dude.
and the hammer.
And then
Yes.
he even fucking summons the
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker.
And they just swap it out. He's like, nah,
You get the little one.
You get the
Yeah.
little one.
But
Yeah.
just that he can wield Stormbreakers.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it was so
fucking
cool. He's just throwing shield and hammer.
Yeah, dude, that was
And he
awesome.
brings down the lightning.
But then Thanos' army comes, right? And
Yeah,
it's
so I
looking
mean,
bleak again.
as cool as that was, right?
Yeah.
Thanos still overpowers
Dope
all of
ass.
them.
Once I saw the tanks, I was like, they're fucked.
They're
Yeah.
fucked.
They're fucked.
The original
They
army.
have trouble taking out foot soldiers.
The
These
war
guys got fucking
trolls.
tanks.
Yeah.
And then when Captain Marvel's fighting Thanos, and then he's just the missiles and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
to fuck
Hold
everything
on, you're
else up.
skipping.
Yeah, you're skipping, man.
Skipping.
Giant. Yes.
Oh,
the
man.
The
whole.
fight.
No.
We haven't even-
Are we
Talk
talking
about
about the damn fight?
This is where it looks bleak. It's Captain
where it looks
America by
bleak.
himself.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you hear on his little radio,
It's fucking
Sam.
It's Sam coming in. Hey, Cap. Watch
Cap,
Watch
on
your
your
left. On your left.
On your left.
On your left,
Call back to Winter Soldier.
And
And
you
then all the
see
portals
the
open.
circles.
The best moment of the fucking entire movie.
Yeah.
And then, what does he say, Rick? When everyone's there.
He whispers it.
Avengers Assemble.
Dude, Avengers Assemble.
That was
dude.
hardcore.
I wanted him to
I
yell it as he was
cried.
charging and lightning striking and all that shit. Just
You
this
bomb bang!
huge fucking. But I'll take the whisper, man. It was fucking.
Fuck it,
it was
fuck
fucking.
it.
That
He
was
said
so
it.
cool.
He said it.
That was
He
great.
didn't have to say it.
That's what I said. I
He
was
said
like,
it.
as long as he fucking
Yeah,
says
he
it,
says
and
it.
as long as he's fucking wheeling Mjolnir, I'm gonna be fucking happy,
Keep on
dude.
bang.
And he did, dude. And he was fucking like that strike where it was all the lightning coming out.
Yeah,
Fuck, dude, it was so good.
it was awesome. Man.
awesome.
So,
It was
So
good.
fucking good,
Good,
man.
good,
So
good,
good.
good. Yeah, so now they're fighting. Now the battle.
So now they're fighting. Now the
Yeah,
battle's
it's a big
happening.
battle.
They bring back everyone that
Everyone's
vanished.
fighting together. Everyone who's a part of the fucking MCU. Like just all the
Yes.
movies, man. Everybody's coming back to fight.
Keep on
Fucking,
bang.
fucking Pepper got her own fucking
Yes.
suit.
Which that was
too.
cool.
Yeah,
That was
I thought that was
Rescue
awesome.
suit.
I mean, way better than what they did with her in part 3. But we don't talk about
Yeah,
part 3.
flames.
It's Iron Maiden.
It's the rescue
Is the name
suit.
of the suit?
It's the
believe
rescue suit.
Is that what they called it?
I looked it up.
Okay. Because there's a
Uh,
female Iron Man suit.
That's Ironheart.
It's called the
Is
rescue
it
suit.
Iron, but there's also Iron Maiden, right? Because Ironheart's Riri. Iron Maiden was Black Widow.
No say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In the Ultimate.
No say.
But yeah, everyone.
You might be right though.
Spider-Man meets Tony.
Yeah, they
Nice little
reconnect.
Yeah, they get to
Yeah.
reconnect and see each other again.
So he also lets us know that this is when Hulk snapped, it was like instantaneous, right? It was right after
back to where they
their
were.
consciousness is.
Yeah.
They remember the dust.
Yeah.
So
Well, he
everyone
did.
remembers the dust, right? Or
I don't know if he did because
yeah,
he
because
had
he's
Spidey
Spider-Man.
senses.
So
yeah.
I don't know if anyone
He's like,
else would
remember when I turned into dust, but then we were back to where
'Cause
we
that
were,
only-
and then Doctor Strange.
That brings me
Yeah.
to a scene further up ahead, but I guess we'll wait. Go ahead, sir.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, cool battles happening, right? Everyone's fighting. There's
Everyone's
a bunch
fighting.
of stuff happening.
All the cool stuff.
At some point, they start playing hot potato with the gauntlet
Or,
because
yeah,
They want to
Or
put
football.
the stones
yeah,
back.
playing football with it, basically trying to take
Spider-Man
it to
taking it.
Ant-Man's
His little
van.
instant kill.
instant
Yeah.
kill mode. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that
Just
was
little
amazing.
fucking the little. That was awesome, man. T'Challa, right, taking it for a little bit also.
The girl
before
scene.
that. The girl power scene was conveniently all the women were just near Peter.
I'm sure
when
the
it was
directors
happening.
were like,
The
let's
tiny
have
child?
an appreciation for our female cast.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It just I wish they would have.
I think the way it happened, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could
It's
tell.
cheese. He said Avengers Assemble. This is the cheese
I
scenes.
guess.
Let it happen.
I did.
All right, cool. Because it was great.
That.
They were
if
saving
you
little
liked
Peter
it-
Parker.
If you liked it, you liked it.
Oh, and
Right
then what's her face came down. But I guess you already said that.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Right. She's coming down. I mean,
The Hellfire.
She just destroyed it.
Because Scarlet Witch is
yeah, because
like
Scarlet Witch was like tearing
getting
him apart,
Thanos,
basically, killing him. He's like, send in the missiles. I can't take this anymore. And
Yeah.
killing their own troops.
Carpet bombing everything.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
And then they point up at
And
the
I love
sky.
how
It didn't
the,
click for me.
all the wizards like covering themselves.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with like
Yeah, that was
shields,
cool.
shields for
Yeah.
everybody. I thought that was cool too.
That was cool.
Man, a lot of that fight scene stuff was really, really good. I mean, when Captain Marvel came, she was just blowing up that shit by flying
Yeah,
through
with
it.
her
That
Black
was
body.
Panther is the
Just
only one
can't.
who brought like people, right?
Ibombe.
Well,
Well,
the
the-
wizard people.
the
bunch of
wizard people.
Well, they brought their like apprentices to open portals and do shit, but like the driving force, I feel like was Wakandan force, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Probably.
some Asgardians,
Yeah, Asgardians.
because Valkyrie came out with her horse, which she's cool.
I disagree, sir. I don't like Valkyrie's character. Well, she did better in this one than she did in Ragnarok. I'll say that.
Yeah. So obviously the goal is to try to get the gauntlet back into the
To
back of that
Ant-Man
truck.
and the
Ant-Man.
Wasp.
Yeah.
The Wasp.
She's flying him. They're all big and then little. And, yeah.
Yeah. And
They were cool.
I mean, everyone's stopping each other, right?
They're punching the ships. That's what they were doing.
Captain,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel and Thanos also having that little fight with each other. Which I thought that was kind of cool though when he fucking headbutted her and she like, you know, you can
Because
see like
that's
her
his
strength.
move.
or
That's
whatever.
how he got rid of Thor. That's how he got rid of Cap. He would just headbutt him.
He did
She
it to fucking
took
Hulk
it.
too.
Yeah,
He did it
that's
to Hulk also.
like that's his
Just-
move. That's what always gets him. So he was so surprised that it didn't work on
Yeah,
her because
yeah.
she's the best.
So I thought that
He's
was
like,
cool.
you know what?
I don't
Power
know.
Stone.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Know.
Takes the Power Stone, hits her with it, like taps
Yeah.
her out a little bit.
And then
Tony. So Tony also goes in there, tries to
Because
steal the gauntlet.
Thanos does fuck up the van. Like
Yeah.
I thought they didn't. There's no van to get. The
Yeah, he blew it
stones
up right
to.
when she tried
Yeah.
taking it in there
Yeah.
or whatever.
How did that van get there?
When he brought it to the
And then
to the place.
And then
And when they
Thanos blew up the
it
facility,
was
so it just moved.
Just there, move it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. And so at this point, Tony then, right,
Tony
comes
Well,
to...
yes. Well, he has that scene with Strange. He's like, "Is this the 1 in 14 million chance?"
That's right.
He's like, "If I told you, it wouldn't happen," or
Yeah.
whatever. I was like, "That's cool."
But
Okay.
then he does
Yeah,
this,
he's like,
and that's when Tony.
You know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Tony gets to steal the stones before Thanos can snap or whatever. I mean, he snaps, but he didn't realize the gems are gone. And Tony's got a fucking gauntlet now, right? Well, I guess his own, basically.
He
Yeah.
makes it.
Just makes his own gauntlet and says the phrase, "I am Iron Man." He snaps.
I love how defeated Thanos is. Like, he just sits there, he's like, just done.
Yeah, Thanos after that, I mean, I think he knew it was
I wanted him
fucking,
to say
he was
God.
done, man.
Huh?
I wanted him to say, "I am God." And then
This is
just-
incredible.
that would have been cool.
I thought he was going to be like, "I am stubborn," because they were just
But-
talking about him being
I
stubborn
mean,
recently.
it's the throwback to the Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the first
Loki,
one.
you'll never be a god.
So the whole army, right,
Yeah.
just kind of slowly withering away, dust, and Thanos being the last one and shit, just fucking
To
gone.
dust.
Yeah.
I think that was a cool fucking moment, though, man.
Totally.
So the war's won,
War's won.
except
At what cost?
but at what cost? Tony's there laying down, pretty,
Four
feeling,
bodies?
feeling pretty fucking bad.
It wasn't
And
like GOT
Right.
at all.
still, man, this hit pretty fucking hard.
Oh
great,
yeah.
The
The reverse Spider-Man scene, like where Spider-Man's comforting him.
yeah.
We won, Mr. Stark. Ooh.
What it didn't get me until Pepper said, "You can rest now," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Goo."
That was the moment,
got
man.
me. I was like, "Oh, there goes the tears. There it goes."
So, Tony Stark's premonition that he had in
Age of Ultron.
Iron Man 3?
Age of Ultron.
It
What was
wasn't
the
part
premonition?
3? That was,
Age of
3 was
Ultron.
after Age of Ultron. Yeah, you're right.
Explain.
Anyways, where he sees everyone kind of fucked up and he sees Cap's shield broken. and
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
dying.
Oh.
Everyone's dead.
So, does that,
I don't remember that.
is that all still, like, that happened anyway, right? But they weren't dead. They were just fucked up.
Yeah, it showed all the Avengers kind
I
of
think
like
it-
dead.
It's kind of like what could have been in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if he prevented his vision or not, because he still dies.
Oh, in his
And-
vision, he was still alive though.
Oh.
In his
Everyone
vision,
else
he
was dead.
he felt all that terror. He was dying,
Mhm.
right? He's like, we're all fucked.
Yeah. I don't know.
So that's what I was wondering.
Oh, maybe they forgot about that, to be honest.
Either
That's-
way,
Well, I mean, that was the whole thing, right? That's why he was,
Anxious.
because that's why Pepper's like, you can rest now, because he was so worried about saving everyone, and that was
Yeah.
always on him, that he finally, now that Thanos is gone, the premonition that he had is complete.
I think it was just
Yeah.
more like his, like, I mean, he was always seeking knowledge. He's always trying to solve problems. He was always on. You know what I mean? And he just never stopped.
The
He's
crackhead.
always trying to do something. You know, he's always trying to help. He's moving forward, always advancing, like as technology does, right? So I think more than that, it just is like habit, right? To move forward, to always be doing stuff, to be helping all the time, because who else is going to do it, right? Or whatever. So I think it's like like he felt that obligation to do it.
But he can
ignore
rest
that.
now.
He can rest now. And
Yeah.
that was fucking sad.
Yeah.
And then after that, that's it, man. We go to his funeral. Like, everybody is there, including the kid from Iron Man 3
Which I
movie.
didn't know.
Yeah, at the
know at
time,
the
I didn't
time.
know it was the
Yeah.
kid. I didn't realize that was
I
him.
got told after.
Yeah.
But now that I know, I still don't care because I hate that movie.
Iron Man 3?
That's one of my least favorite.
Yeah,
hate
definitely not that great. I think
Well, I
it
mean,
still had its
what's a good
bits.
comic book movie to you? Dark Knight? Huh? Huh?
Maybe it's my favorite. It's the best trilogy ever.
I feel like just after that, man, just like after everyone came in to save, and then the Tony stuff, and then the funeral stuff, just tears just fucking keep coming. You know, it was bad.
Well, I was
hard to
teary-eyed,
stop.
and then when his daughter's like, "Oh, I want cheeseburgers."
Cheeseburgers!
And then Favreau's like, "Oh, your dad like cheeseburgers." I was like, "Ooh." It goes again. There it goes.
Get her all the cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
She got me too.
I was like, "Oh, it's so
She's
good."
so cute. The
Yeah.
little actress.
Yeah.
Perfect little Morgan.
And then we move forward to Cap now getting ready to take the stones back, right? Because they need to put him
Spidey
back.
gets back to school, sees Ned.
That's
Ned
right.
sees him.
So, did Ned...
So that's something I guess will get answered in Far From Home. Either
Yeah.
that movie's after Endgame or
Yeah.
before, and would be interesting if like his whole class got dead, so they're all the same age still.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
50%, that's
Well, I
kind of a
would
large
say
chance.
half of his class should be...
So that'd be cool if
gone,
like
and
if
then
half
the
of it's
other
like
is them staying
advanced
back,
and the other like that'd be kind of interesting if
Yeah.
they did it.
They
that
probably
route.
do have like a special program that they have to
That they have
install
to now
for the
do.
vanished.
Yeah.
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 If
probably
Far
will
From Home
explain.
is after Endgame, because it still might be before.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it could be
don't know.
in a different
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
setting.
So I
Find
thought
out.
the way they were gonna sunset Chris Evans' character was they're gonna be, hey, yeah, so he's just gonna spend the rest of his time, you know, trying to put the stones back, and that's probably why we don't see him anymore, or whatever. But sure enough, fucking comes back old, and everyone already knows. I mean, he at that point you already know. Okay, after putting the stones back, he fucking said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stay here with Peggy in the past and just kind of live that life he always wanted to live, man." Which
They did him good.
yeah, man. Like I think I was gonna be mad about like how they got rid of these characters, but after seeing that, it was more like, no, man. Like, yeah, let him have that. Like, let him have that dance with Peggy and everything, and be happy and live that life he always wanted to live. You know.
How did you feel about him passing the shield to Sam Wilson?
I wanted it to go to Bucky, to be honest, but I think. I mean, if they're trying to do comics right a little bit, I mean, it did go to Sam Wilson first, I believe.
No, I think it went to Bucky first.
So I've always wanted it to go to Bucky because I've always liked the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But when he gave it to Falcon, I thought that was cool, and it makes more sense in this universe.
In this
Because-
universe, it
Sure.
does.
Yeah.
Bucky's still like a criminal.
Yeah, like he's not there yet.
And out in rehab in Wakanda.
Yeah.
So it makes way more sense for Falcon to have it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
like
I'm
Sam
super-
Sam
has more of his stuff together.
But like
right now.
Bucky also still has Cap's values and everything because he's still from the same timeline too.
Yeah, he's still. I feel like he's still conflicted and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like he still needs to work out all that stuff or whatever.
But that's why they have Bucky and Sam, and Bucky tells Sam, "You go." Like almost as if he knew that it was going to be a passing on type of situation.
They're gonna have a show together though, right?
Yeah, Disney
Yes.
Plus.
I think I read an article that said that confirmed, or somehow I forgot how, but that they said that Bucky did know that Cap was
Yeah.
going to go do that. That's why he told Sam, because Sam
You
did
go.
not know.
Yeah.
Sam didn't know.
And then in MCU, it's like it was more of Sam and Captain America, like
Yeah.
on your left, like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
more of the duo.
Yeah.
Bucky was frozen and gone. Yeah.
Whatever, man. I
Shut
get it.
up.
Get it. All right, fine. Take it, Sam.
Let Sam take
Take
it,
it,
man.
Sam. See what you can do with it.
Jesus Christ. So, let's, okay. And that's kind of it, man.
So we got old man
Well,
Cap now.
Thor is gonna be
With
a
the
new
Guardians.
Guardian
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So,
because they're looking for Gamora. Well, I mean that's Quill's own mission. Because after she ran into him again, I ran away. I guess it said searching on his little plane, and they had that little bit where who was in charge.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course, you're in charge.
Of course.
Pretty good, man.
Yeah,
So, dude,
that's gonna be cool. 'cause
I hope that's Guardians 3.
Yeah, with
that'd be
Thor.
so good.
That'd
Yeah,
be
Guardians
cool.
3 with Thor would be fucking
I
awesome.
would love that so fucking
I love
much.
Thor.
man.
And if he's back to regular Thor, I'd be completely happy too.
Yeah, same.
Like he doesn't have to be
He's
fat.
He could still be
entertaining.
fat,
He's,
he could,
enter-
yeah.
he's entertaining whether he's fat or not. I
He's
think
the
so.
best comic relief I always thought. Like, because he's so powerful, like, he doesn't need to be, like, powerful.
Yeah, like
he
he's gonna
can
be all
funny.
serious and stuff.
His accent, like,
And I think that's what it is.
all
Is like
works.
because everyone's so puny or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Rabbit. Tree. Like he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. My tree friend helped build my hammer.
He speaks Groot.
He does.
Yeah.
It was an elective.
It was an elective.
They're gonna start shooting Guardians in 2020.
Sick.
And in case you didn't know, or for the people watching also,
In case you guys didn't
In
know.
case
In
you
case
guys
you
didn't
didn't
know.
so fucking God, I'm blanking on his name.
James Gunn.
James Gunn coming back to direct Guardians
Yeah.
3, man.
Yeah.
I thought
Old
that
news.
was fucking cool.
Old news.
No, very old. But
In case you didn't know, hot news.
You didn't know by now.
Dropping down.
Breaking
today.
Just got the tweets.
Exclusive. Lo-fi fucking
Lo-fi
exclusive. All right.
it's cutting all this shit.
No, you gotta keep it.
I know. Okay.
It's part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think him coming back, dude, like that's just gonna be some redemption right there. I'm so looking forward to that movie. They brought him back, dude. Like I thought he was done. Like that's it. Like you can't come back from that.
Yeah.
That's such a public thing.
Yeah.
Like no way they would reverse that
They're
decision.
starting to come back. Like I think the thing with Kevin Hart too, like they were shitting on him too for whatever he did and said.
He said
But then
tweets
yeah.
10 years ago, literally.
Exactly. Yeah.
Literally
like
10 years ago.
people
Yeah.
are digging people's past, and I think we're coming to a time where it's like maybe you can be forgiven.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm glad that he's. You
Well,
know.
I think also the. Never mind. We're gonna go off on a long tangent.
I'm kind of curious what you're gonna say.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think the problem is it's not so much that people had a problem with it. I think the problem is people were just like so quickly like, no, screw
Yeah.
you, screw you, you're done.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you didn't
Yeah.
even give them a chance to do
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, for sure.
Like with
The
Kevin
firing
Hart
just seemed like
or James Gunn, it was like, oh, hey, this happened. Okay, fired. It's like,
Yeah,
geez,
yeah.
like that wasn't even not a second thought.
yeah.
So that's what I was gonna say. That's the problem.
That's
with
what
a lot
the
of
internet's
those.
No,
doing.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we go now?
With MCU,
Well, Spider-Man's the next movie.
Spider-Man's next.
Yeah.
They haven't announced their new slate yet
Do
of
they
stuff.
do another big mashup?
I think so.
I mean, I
think
guess
Captain
so.
America
It,
I'm
is-
it
just-
was.
Avengers vs. X-Men. You think it happens?
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
that's the big
I'm
thing that
down.
they're saying is going to happen.
I
Right?
don't know.
You think it happens?
I'm
I
so
don't know.
satisfied with Endgame. I think it's definitely one of my
Yeah.
favorites, top 3. I mean, I can't place them right now, but it's just such a satisfying
Better than Dark
conclusion.
Knight?
Yeah.
Better than Dark Knight.
Better.
Better than
but not
Batman
Batman
v
Begins. Logan still. Batman Begins, Logan, Dark Knight, best comic book
Jesus.
movies of all time.
Yeah.
No, but
Someone's breaking a keyboard. I hate this Caleb guy.
yes.
terrible.
No, yeah, but as far as MCU, like it's like definitely like I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
So I think the only stuff they've announced is the TV stuff right now, right?
Yeah.
They don't have they have beyond movies they haven't really said, but I think that Namor stuff might be a good indicator as to what's going to be coming and stuff. So hopefully they make good on that. As far as who would be the
Marvel's
next
take
big
on
bad,
Aquaman?
Ooh,
huh?
as far as
What?
who would be the next big bad,
That guy.
Doom.
Doom
Namor.
would be fucking
Namor could mean Doom
amazing.
also. Yeah.
Namor's
I think
Doom?
that's
No.
the most.
Oh.
No,
the
but
biggest big like the
It'll lead to
big
Doom.
villain,
Yeah.
the next big villain. I would say probably Galactus or Doom.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. The next big villain, without going too crazy, because I feel like Thanos is crazy, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you should go
Thanos.
even crazier because
Right,
it's
right,
just like, okay.
That's why I was like,
Doom
they
is a
bring the Doom,
perfect crazy.
Yeah. Like it could be like take
because
place
he
on Earth
could
and not
go
in space.
that level of
He could.
extra crazy,
Yeah.
or he could stay at that medium crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's whatever Marvel wants to do
Levels.
with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Because he could be just regular Doom, or he could be motherfucking God Emperor Doom, where he's just taking over everything. It's him with the Infinity fucking Gauntlet,
Yeah.
and then he just
So the
he's like,
stones
nah,
are back.
beneath me. Huh?
Stones
They
are
never
back, really.
stopped existing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They put him back in time.
I mean,
Yeah.
in the comics, dude, it gets even more fucked up
That's
because
crazy.
they can go into different dimensions and then get those fucking
Oh
stones
my
and
God.
then use
Yeah.
those.
Stop.
Yeah. No, it gets pretty.
Yeah.
The comic gets pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess that does it, man, for
That's
Endgame.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I loved it.
I enjoyed
So
it
good.
this much.
I enjoyed it this much.
All right.
This much. I did it.
He's hard.
That's how much.
That's how much.
Yes.
All right, man. On that note, guys, we're going to end it there. Thanks for checking us out. We'll be back later with more thoughts and impressions on other movies and TV shows. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
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 Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all right, man.
Bye.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Putting up the bubble, and then they kept out all the other like alpha superheroes like Captain Marvel and all the other big threats outside of Earth.
Mhm.
This way, Cap can completely take over everything. We can just cut this fucking part out.
It's okay.
No, please.
No, because
No,
I did. I stopped reading right before Secret Wars. That's why I don't know what happened.
Well, okay, so they put up the defense. Okay.
You just told me. I know.
Well,
It's okay.
you made it seem like you want to know more.
No. What I'm saying is like, no, I get it.
No,
Like,
yeah, because in Civil War, I don't even think they talked about the shield around the world. I think they were just, fighting about what to do about the Avengers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Civil War. So maybe it was a callback to Secret War because later on, Cap does say that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm agreeing with you, fucker. You lost your only friends.
You're the only friend. I have no more friends.